All right, good afternoon. Here we have Oak Leaf Hydrangea, quercifolia. And these were planted, I'm going to say at least more than 10 years ago. So over time, they have gotten pretty big. Particularly this middle one is sort of an ideal Oak Leaf Hydrangea. And a lot of people will prune these, after they bloom, which if you're going to prune them back, that's when you do it, because these bloom on old wood. So you really want to either prune them, a really good time to prune them is when they're blooming, and then take the blooms in your house. But particularly you want to prune them very much immediately after they bloom. You don't want to wait a long time. These are going to bloom, in your June time period. You don't want to wait to August, September, October and then start cutting these back, because if you do, you're going to cut off your blooms for next year. I generally, with these flowers, plants that have their blooms on old wood, all I do is deadhead them, and then I follow the 4 Ds. I will prune, of course, at any time: the damaged, the dead, the dead, the dysfunctional, and the diseased ones. So you do that at any time. But in terms of other than that, and other than deadheading them, I pretty much leave them. And I like to leave them because they've lost their leaves. I love the leaves of the Oak Leaf Hydrangea. They get to be that wine red color in the fall, and really almost up until December. Then they start losing the leaves. But even after they've lost the leaves, to me, the blooms that have now turned brown and a light brown, are just absolutely gorgeous. So I would leave these, but now you can start pruning these back in January, February, probably have them gone by March. So when I'm going to deadhead these, and I don't mean prune them back, I mean to deadhead them. Again, you're not going to prune these until while they're blooming or after they bloom. So when I'm going to take these, you can see here's the bloom. I'm going to go in here. You can see the 2 buds here. I'm going to go in here, and they're really in a little V, if you can see that. So I'm going to go in here and put my clippers in there the best I can, and I'm going to just snip that one. Here, no leaves. I'm going to go back to the first bud. Here, again, leaves are gone, the flower's gone. I'm probably going to go back, to this leaf bud. And again, on this one, little V here, I'm going to go right back to there. And on this one, going to go back. You can see these buds, I hope. Anyway, I'm going to go back to there. I'll probably just leave this. This was an old thing out here. If I have the time, I'd probably do that. You can see where the flower's falling off here, so I'm going to take it back to those buds. On this one, I go back again to the buds. So that's what you're going to do on just deadheading these. This one, I'm going to take it back to these buds. And that's all I will do on these. Otherwise, and again, all the flowers gone. The stems here, I'm going to go back to the buds. Same thing on this one. Go back, really, the first buds. They have opposites. So I'm going to take it back to here. Now, I was looking, some people might think, well, this seems like a low branch. When you prune that, well, you probably could, but I'll leave it. I do see here what looks like maybe one dead. It's hard to get in these hydrangea. These oak leaf will poke you pretty good. So I've got a hole. It turns out when I grabbed that little limb, I was seeing this limb, and I'm thinking that looks pretty dead. So I go in there and pull it out. Well, the whole thing is dead. So obviously I have neglected getting that to do that, but thank heavens I got it out today. So you're going to take out obviously the dead, and again, if you're deadheading these, you're going to cut those back to those first blooms. So I was looking to see, I got that one. So I was looking to see if there's any others in here that I might cut back that look dead. And maybe, and again, these things will poke you. They break easily. I can feel them snapping. So you might have to sort of crawl back in here. And so this thing looks a little dead. So I might go back. And for right now, I don't know about, well, that's dead too. So I'd probably get my bigger clippers, which I don't meant to have with me, but I probably, yeah, that's dead. So Probably should take that one back on back here since it's dead. But I will probably leave, you know, if I got in here, I would just break these off. This could all be cut back, but most of it is, you could break it off if you want. But a lot of times I'll just leave it and let it naturally break off over time rather than me trying to come in here and clean it out. I'm pretty much an leave them alone. Leave them alone, Oak Leaf Hydrangea person, except like I said, to cut to deadhead them. And of course, like I say, when I can pull out a dead piece like that, you definitely want to get out the dead.